Hi guys, hello. It's been a few weeks, so I wanted to hop on and do a video. I don't know why I've been called to share what I'm sharing today, but I figured I better share it now before I forget it. Or forget to address it, I should say. So today I want to talk about how the dimensions relate to the chakras, and not only that, also personal versus collective consciousness. So what I've been realizing over the years as I'm doing different types of not only work on self and personal spiritual work, as well as I really kind of like the magic and the ceremonial work. But really when I'm coming into my own healing, I'm noticing the chakras are directly related to what dimension and reality we are in. This means that we can be in any dimension at any given time based on not only our vibration, but what our thoughts are. So this means that we can change dimensions like that. And we aren't able to do it just yet because we don't believe that we can do it. So we stop ourselves from doing such a thing. But not only that, because of the world that we live in currently, it is hard to maintain a higher vibration. You can be the most peaceful Zen person and you can keep yourself in a little bubble. And the second that you go out into the public and you get, let's just say, annoyed by something, it's like an immediate drop. And that is how easy it can be that we can't stay within a particular vibration. So you can be a very spiritual person in the evening and on the weekends, but let's say you have a very stressful job during the week, during the day. It's even harder for you. And I can relate to that. So how do you balance? How do you do that? Because here's what I'm noticing. The root chakra is very much connected to the first dimension of reality. The sacral chakra is very much connected to the second dimension. And the the solar plexus chakra is connected to the third dimension, which we're in right now. And now, finally, we're starting to transverse into the fourth dimension, which is of the heart. It is the fourth dimension where time becomes fluid. It is the dimension of time, but it's also very more fluid than it is in the third dimension. And right now, collectively, our hearts are opening. This is what is allowing thoughts to become things more than ever, because now we're starting to put feeling to it. And we're starting to manifest faster than we've ever manifested before. Some people like to think that we're already in the fifth dimension or we're headed there, and we are. And many of us transverse the third, fourth, fifth, and even higher dimensions every single day. We go back and forth on all of them. But in technical terms, we are still very much in third, transversing to fourth, and eventually into fifth. Not everybody wants to hear that. And I'm kind of the person that just kind of bursts the bubble sometimes, but in my spirituality, I would rather be realistic with myself and realistic with what's really going on instead of creating what I wish. Because here's the thing. There's what we're wishing and what is reality. And this comes into why I'm talking about this. It is personal versus collective, because it will tie into this later about our expectations and how expectations are not always a good thing. So I said we were coming into the fourth dimension, which is directly related to the heart chakra. That does not mean that there aren't those of us out there who are in other dimensions from time to time using different chakras as one of our powerhouses of that day, whether it's a week, a month, whatever, however long you are spending time in that reality through that chakra. These are the kingdoms of heaven as I see them. And there are several levels, and there are more than seven chakras as well. So we have to keep that in mind too. With each level of reality, each dimension, and each chakra, as above, so below, we get different types of photonic light being sent into our bodies and into our DNA. This has a lot to do with what energies we are going through in the celestials as well. So nature is cyclical, and we have to keep that in mind. Right now, we've been in the downswing of humanity for quite some time, and we're going into a golden age. But we have to understand that at some point, thousands of years down the line, we're going to go back down through the downswing again. And it's going to go like this. If you look back into history, there is this up and down movement of rise and fall of humanity. Unfortunately, a lot of it has been lost. But if you look into cosmology books and astrology and the cycles of Earth, you're going to see the destruction and the rise, not only of the people, but of Earth itself. So when we are talking about dimensions and chakras and this photonic light that's coming from the cosmos, what planetary movements are going on is also affecting us. So when we are in first dimension, we only have photons and light that are very basic and that are basic level survival for humanity. When you reach the second dimension, you start getting to a point or degree where it allows man to have thought, and it creates almost like a I keep seeing like a caveman. It's very basic, but we're starting to think. Then you hit the third dimension, and the light that hits us, the photons that hit us from the cosmos, they are helping us to have consciousness. So it's not only just having thought, but it's having more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like organized thought. So now going into the fourth dimension, we're getting photons and light from the cosmos that's opening our heart chakras, that it's allowing us to feel on top of this light. But when I say feel, obviously we've all been feeling for quite some time, but this is a different kind of feel. This is attaching feeling to thought. So the mind and the heart are coming together, which is so important in manifesting. You cannot manifest just through the heart or just through the mind. You have to have both. And that is what this fourth dimension reality is bringing in, along with all these cosmic energies that we're getting hit with every single day. Every single time we go through a major event in the celestials, we are absolutely getting hit with photonic light that is upgrading our DNA. So we may hear it all the time through astrologers and spiritual people and the like. And do we actually know or think about where that information is coming from? This goes back to ancient Egyptian teachings as well. And every time we transverse a new dimension, it is part of the as above, so below, that not only are we getting hit with these energies, obviously, so is the universe and everything else that's out there. Why is this important? Because on December 21st, we're going into a huge celestial event. We are going to be getting photonic light that we have not seen in thousands and thousands of years. This version of humanity has not felt or seen this type of light coming down upon them. And so our DNA is going to be shifting. Our thoughts are going to be shifting. How we feel, how we manifest is going to be shifting. Why is this important? What I've learned, unfortunately, the hard way, and you guys know me so well, I learn everything the hard way. Manifesting, and we all know this already, is happening faster and easier than ever before. So if you want to manifest something into your life, it's about not only envisioning it in your mind, it's about feeling what it's going to feel like when you get it, and pretending you've already have it. Those are the three major steps. And if you want to go back to the way they do this in Christianity, ask, believe, receive. But we need to be careful, because this is true on the opposite end of the spectrum as well. You can manifest bad things 10 times faster than you ever had before too. Light is light. It doesn't matter if it's dark or light. It's a sliding scale. I've always said that. So energy is energy. We have to be careful going forward. And this is exactly why ascension is a process, and it takes so very long. Because if it were up to us, we'd be ascended already, but we wouldn't be able to handle it at those levels because our mind was not or is not ready for it yet. If we are able to manifest things just like that, and our mind's not there and we're thinking negative thoughts, we're going to start manifesting bad things just like that. That's why it takes so long. I'm learning this through a process I've been going through, which I believe now was meant to happen. So I would learn this lesson firsthand, and that I could share it with others. I don't believe this is really anything new. I'm pretty sure people have said this before, but I'm not sure they've really tied it to the now times. So be careful. If you're having one of those situations in your life where it seems like one thing after another, after another, after another is going bad, it's time to check in with your inner self, and it's time to start switching those thoughts around and doing a mind remapping. I know it's not easy. Trust me. I know it's not easy, but it's not going to get any easier going forward because we are manifesting that quickly now. So just keep in mind that we are still in the third dimension. And those of us who are doing this kind of work, you know, I want to say most of the public right now is still in the third dimension, and they're not even close to transversing the fourth or the fifth or the sixth or the seventh, or, you know, there are some people out there right now who might be in the higher realms when they're channeling or what have you. But oh my goodness, I'm so itchy when I'm on on video. So why am I bringing this to your attention? I've been seeing a lot lately with the law of attraction, and you guys know, those of you that have been with me for quite some time know I have huge problems with the law of attraction. We have to understand that to a certain degree, the universal laws that we have been following are outdated, and that once we transverse into a new dimension, those laws don't really apply anymore, or they have switched and upgraded, and we have to figure out the rules of the new game in the new dimension, so to speak. So I've seen so much in the past how the law of attraction ends up actually shaming people for not being quote unquote abundant, which abundance is so different for each person. It depends on perception. It's always about perception. And also, I feel like a lot of the times privilege can really shine through big time when it comes to the law of attraction. And it's usually, and I hate to say this, it's usually the privileged that are the ones that really are pushing the law of attraction, but yet they can't understand those that aren't in that space. And that's where privilege can really make those that aren't privileged feel lesser than. And that is my biggest complaint with the law of attraction, because it's taken the wrong way and it's used the wrong way many times. Does that mean that I don't believe in it at all? Of course not. The law of attraction has helped me with my mindset in the past and my own healing, getting out of victimization mode and understanding that thoughts are things and that I create my reality with my own thoughts. So when I'm not in a good space head-wise, of course I'm not attracting good things to me, because I'm sending out horrible energy to the universe and then I'm getting it right back. So I believe in it in that way. What we also have to understand going forward is that because a lot of the public is still in 3D and they're still going from this solar plexus chakra, we have people who are still in their egos. They're not coming from the heart yet. And how do I want to say this? I want to make sure I'm being sensitive. Their thoughts directly affect our reality as well. And this is what, here's another issue that I really have with spirituality. And if you're the type of person that follows the spiritual rules law by law without questioning it, you're not going to like what I have to say. And I totally understand if this is not the space for you. But I'm here to kind of buck like a mule a little bit and question all this stuff that it gives me these like almost shivers when I feel like I'm being lied to and I can't take it and I have to share it. See, there's the throat chakra coming in, and it has to be shared. So where was I getting to? You guys know me, I lose track. Collective and personal. So yes, again, law of attraction, our thoughts create things. We can manifest with our thoughts. We can create our own realities. However, we are also part of collective consciousness. So when we perceive something, we end up seeing it, feeling it, understanding it, and then we throw it back out in front of us into our own reality. That's great when we're by ourselves or we're with people who are positive, or, we only keep a bubble of those type of individuals within us. But then when you go out into the public, you quickly find out and you quickly remember it's not all sunshine and rainbows, is it? But guess what? Their energy is coming towards you too. Their consciousness is part of your reality. And this does affect your energy. And just because you're not out in public and you're not seeing these people 24/7 doesn't mean that it is not affecting your consciousness. It is, because you are a microcosm and a macrocosm at the same time. And this is what a lot of people don't want to look at or understand when it comes to manifesting and the law of attraction. We've got these people who are, in very low places in our society, and they absolutely affect the collective consciousness and how we all think. So we have to start understanding that sometimes when things happen to us, they're not always what we're thinking. It's what collective is thinking, and we're being affected by the collective's thoughts and their energy. Sometimes shit just happens. And that is, again, not what everyone believes. Everyone thinks that everything happens for a reason. And to a degree, I believe that. I really do. But sometimes I think there are just those situations that you can't explain, and it's really not part of your energy or what you created. And why am I even bringing this up? Because so many times I think as spiritualists, we take it on as if something bad happens to us, oh my God, we created it. Or you created this yourself. This is self-shaming. And I'm realizing now that this is not healthy. And, these are tricks that I had learned through religion that made me self-hate, that I don't want to bring into my spirituality. And of course, I'm going to question it. So I'm just really, when I'm stepping back the way that I am, the noise is falling back. Stuff that was coming at me is falling back. Stuff that I was responding to is falling back. And I'm much more open and clear, just getting away from the noise. And this is what I'm seeing collectively. I'm dreaming more. My intuition is so much higher now. The synchronicities are higher. I'm feeling really good. And my thoughts are clear. And this is something I just wanted to share. So take it or leave it. I'm never going to say that I know everything or that I'm right. It's just what I'm getting and what I'm sharing. But I guess I should say too, if you made it this far, I do want to continue to do more on my YouTube channel. To be honest with you, I forgot I even had a YouTube channel because I relied so heavily on Facebook and doing go lives on Facebook. If you made it this far, you probably already know what happened to me on Facebook, but if you didn't, my Facebook page, my original Facebook page and my business page and all of the groups that I ran were hacked. Now I have a second account now, but even that I deactivated 2 weeks ago because I needed a break. And I knew that I wasn't following all of the guidance I was getting from the universe to take a break. And I'm glad I created the second account because I was able to get all of my friends back when I did that. But I just kind of felt the universe screaming at me, like, you're not listening to us. You need a break and you need you time. And I'm so glad I listened because they were right. And I think this is going to be a healthy thing for me. So what does all of this look like going forward for angiewitzel.com? I don't know. And I'm just kind of finding comfort in not knowing anymore and not caring. I don't want to say I don't care. I always care, but not being so focused on what am I going to do next? Oh, I got to put a post up. I got to put a video up. You guys are going to get more of me in the raw and when I'm ready and when I'm feeling good instead of feeling obligated to do it. So I really want to do more videos like this, just even if they're just small, like 10-minute videos of things that are coming through. I did get a new skull, my fluorite skull here. I'm going to work with, I don't know yet. I don't know if it's a he or she. I also have my alien skulls, but I'm going to work with this. We'll see. I don't know if I'm really a skull reader, to be honest with you. But I started my shamanic journey. I have a 13-month shamanic journey. Tomorrow will be week number 3 or 4. It's been very interesting. I'm loving it. I'm learning a lot. It's a lot of self-healing, a lot of journaling. It's exactly what I needed. I've been taking a lot of online courses right now. And honestly, to be honest with you, I'm taking the online courses because I'm finding myself not knowing what to do, not being on Facebook. Like I was sitting around, the house was clean, I organized all my stuff, and then I'm like, now what do I do? And that's how much time I was spending on Facebook, wasting, just scrolling. And so, now I'm taking an Egyptian shamanic snake something class. I can't remember the name of it, so long, but it's interesting. I'm learning so much. I can't believe I didn't know this stuff before, because I watch Ancient Aliens all the time. They always have Egyptian stuff on there. I even have an Egyptian series that I watch. This guy is pretty amazing, and I'm learning. It's opening so many other avenues. And it's funny to me now that I'm not so distracted mentally. It's like the universe is just putting me where I need to be, in that I'll take my class and we'll talk about one subject, and then I'll turn on the TV, and I watch Gaia TV and Ancient Aliens a lot. And then all of a sudden there's the topic again being addressed, but in a further direction. And then I will go and I will talk to somebody, and all of a sudden the topic will come up, and I'll get even more information. And that's been happening across the board. So I just feel like this is confirmation that I'm on the right path. Absolutely. And am I bummed about my Facebook page getting hacked? Yeah, I am. But I'm more bummed about all of the follow-up I have to do to fix it. Like, it's been, I think the 27th of October is when it was hacked. So it's been well over a month. I'm still dealing with it. And I actually had to go through the cybercrime unit because it got that in depth, and they were not stopping. Like, it was one account after another. And at one point I wanted to shut my phone down and get a new phone and get a new number, because I didn't know what was coming next. It's been a crazy month, but I'm seeing now that I think it was meant to happen for some reason, and I'm just gonna flow with it and go with it. And if you are here and you're not a part of my new Facebook page, please reach out to me. Even though my Facebook page is deactivated right now, reach out to me via my website through angiewitzel.com and send me your email and your phone number if you're comfortable with that. I'll make sure that you are a part of my newsletter, because here's what's going on in the future. I'm not really sure what's going on, but here's what I'm thinking. More YouTube videos like this. I feel safer putting stuff on YouTube at this point. I really believe Facebook is not in alignment with what I want to do anymore. Because of all of this that happened, I learned so much on the down low about Facebook, and I don't like what I learned. I'm trying to think what else. So the other thing, I'm going to keep my newsletter going. It may be very bare bones for a while until I am in a better space to do more. I'm actually okay right now with not doing much. But I did promise you guys my Lemurian Reiki class and my Fairyology class. But here's what I've decided. I have automated them, and I'm going to have them up on my website in December. This means you can go onto my website whenever you're ready and purchase the course. You don't have to wait for me to launch it. And it also means you can go at your own pace. So it's not me trying to cram a ton of information in a 6-hour course on a Saturday, which, let's face it, that's a lot of time. especially in front of a computer. This way I can break it down into, 2-hour videos, and you can go as you are ready. You can get the attunement as you are ready, and you will have a PDF guidebook that you can keep for all time and print out and take notes on and all that good stuff. This also takes me off the hook of constantly having to run these classes every so month. Every so months, that doesn't sound right. It's just once and done. You can get it when you're ready for it. And I am going to try to keep my prices low. I've always said that. So that will be up and coming very soon. I might just pop back onto Facebook when they're officially ready, so everybody knows about it. But yeah, I'm going to be, you're going to notice I'm not going to be as active as I once was on Facebook. Other than that, I've been doing really well. Thank you to everyone who has reached out and asked how I am, if I was still alive. I'm good. That it's been a lot of self-healing, a lot of self-care. You'll see the lion's mane I got going on. I've been doing some stuff naturally with my hair and with my skin. I've been eating better. I've been working out. I started dancing again. Did I say this already? I don't know. But yeah, it's been good. So I'm gonna stop rambling like I normally do. And if you have any questions for me, please reach out. And I hope you're all doing well. I'm pretty sure I'll probably be doing at least 1 or 2 more videos until then, but if not, happy holidays to all, and I will chat with you soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.